now that we have the initial sketch, we have a better idea of the direction that we want to go visually. Then it's time to start moving forward with refining the sketch and making it ready for the inking process, which will come later. If everything looks okay, I would start adding in a little bit more detail. Now you can do this right over the top of the sketch that you already have. This is where you would draw in some more details. So you would kind of decide, okay, these flowers, daisies or something of the like, okay? So you would kind of just add in details. Unless you're handing this in as a pencil sketch, you don't want to put a ton of pencil marks on the paper, because when we go in for the next phase, which would be using a marker or a pen to outline everything, you don't want to have a ton of marks on the page already. So this stage, the refining stage, is just about making things clear enough for you to be able to go in afterwards and trace over with a pen. So I'm not going to put as much detail into these as I would if they were going to be a pencil sketch, but since we're going to continue with the pen and ink after, add in a couple lines here, maybe refine the shape, figure out this goes down here. But everything more or less is just figuring out the shape that you will draw in with the pen and the ink. Pencil sketches would be for something like a black and gray tattoo that's going to be more like realistic. If it's a portrait, if it is something that's a little bit more geared towards a realistic black and gray tattoo, most likely you're going to just stop with the pencil sketches. You don't want heavy lines because those are not going to be included in the tattoo design. With something like a traditional or neo-traditional design, there's going to be fairly heavy outline, most likely, with shading and color inside those outlines. So that would be what we're focusing on here. This would be probably fall more into the neo-traditional category. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to create a piece that as closely as possible aligns with the style of tattoo that we're trying to achieve. So outlines with shading and color inside. Since that's the direction that we're going, I'm not going to add too much more detail with the pencil. If you wanted something that was more realistic, you could go in and you could shade things out with the pencil, but at this point, that's not what we're going to do.